tell you another thing. Frankly, you're beginning to smell.
Hey, fuck. How you doing, folks? Welcome to the show. Wednesday, which means for us it's Thursday if we did a normal week. So this is what I'm saying is our Thursday. Your Thursday. And then Monday. Get out of here. Get out of the way. Get upstairs. I wonder what's upstairs. How you doing, folks? Good to be with you. Probably mid-90s today. Not much of a spring here, as you know. What do I got? Anything? I don't know. Remember I told you I made that meat sauce? I threw all that. Was still eating it. It's fucking, you can't not.
Can we please do that for the next Pitchin' Kitchen?
Yeah.
Because I want to eat it.
Yeah. And it'll be an easy one, folks. It's basically, make a sauce, go to the fucking meat section, and just throw darts at shit. Bring it home, and it just, the acid from the tomatoes breaks down the meat. That's how it works, folks. And it's falling off the bone like I said, like a cancer patient. I'm sorry, that's insensitive to people who have cancer, but you're delicious. Thank you. What the fuck else did I do? Went to B&D. I'm like Norm at B. We're talking about poor George Wendt. He went to heaven. Get it? Anyways, he didn't look like a healthy dude, but God was that show. We forget about that one. That one should not get lost in the shuffle. That show, I know I'm from Boston, so I had a little bit of bias. I've actually been to the original. But mother of God, was that funny. And then I got to read for those guys, not for you know what, not for Cheers, for some other show that was it the Charles Brothers? What were their names? I forget. But they were coming off Cheers and writing another thing. And I got to go in and read for them. At some studio, big table, a bunch of and I ripped the tits off. I came in with a wisecrack, making fun of the fucking curtains or some shit, and and then I did the lines and got laughs, which is hard to do when it's on paper, and felt very good about it. Never heard from the Bucks. No, they said, and they always say, but they said, we really liked him, but it's, we're looking for something. He's too greasy. Like the Saturday Night Live, when I first moved to New York, they were doing auditions at Catch a Rising Star, which was the hottest club in New York. I got an audition. My manager got me on the audition. Destroyed the joint. Fucking destroyed it. And even the guy from SNL told my manager, he was the funniest one that night, but he's not right for the show. Why the fuck not? Yeah. The fuck? I should have done impressions and shit. I should have done silly characters like the Jew broads do. Should have done a one-man show. Bill Hicks has one of my favorite bits. Everybody's doing one-man shows, He goes, sorry. My show lasts here's my one-man show. He goes, I grew up, had a great childhood. My parents supported me in everything I did. Good night, everybody. He goes, CDs will be available after the show. He goes, my mother liked my daddy never fucked me, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes, I was doing the show in Arkansas. A kid comes up to me after the show. He goes, that part about your daddy never fucking, that was a joke, right? Bill's like, do you like the show? He goes, little long. God. Again, Bill Hicks, lib, but a lib with some, old-fashioned lib. I got to believe he'd be leaning towards us because he wasn't in love with the government either. Anyhow, I'm yapping away. Let's by the way, Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Championships. That's what I watch. I don't give a fuck about the Knicks and all the girly basketball. Florida took care of business on the road. They're a great road team. They play the same at home as on the road. They're chippy. They'll stab you with a stick when you're not looking. And so will the Hurricanes. They're a little edgy. So the game was in control last night, and Brad Marchand took a run at a guy, and I was telling Dallas if he hit him, he would have paralyzed him. He only caught half of him. So the guy gets the puck back that he tried to hit, and Marchand's coming towards him, shoots it at his head on purpose. He might get fucking suspended. I don't know. I mean, it was so intentional. Marchand ducks, goes by his side of it, throws his gloves off in one motion and goes after the... You Florida Panther fans must be in love with Brad Marchand because he's been one of your best players, if not the best, on the ice, and he fits right in. And I have this wet dream the Bruins are going to get him back because it's not definite where he could stay there or be a free agent again. Anyways, those are my little hopes. Jon Stewart ripped CNN a new one. Did you see this? Jon Stewart, my old friend, and yes, you'd like him too, I'm telling you. Again, he grew up in Jersey. He's fucking confused about his politics, as smart as he is. Stewart tore into CNN Monday night, blasting the network. He got this for aggressively promoting anchor Jake Tapper's new book about former President Joe Biden's health. Every time I see the phrase former president, I even doubt that. Yeah. Former puppet, former mannequin in chief. A topic Stewart said the network should have covered during Biden's during his term, of course.
You are correct, sir.
Forgetting about the fact how fucking weird, this is John talking, it is that the news is selling you a book about news they should have told you was news a year ago for free. I didn't even look at it like that, but they are. They're the CNN selling a book to you about news that they should have told you about. That's an interesting take on it right here. Here's John.
Don't news people have to tell you what they know when they find it out? Isn't that the difference between news and a secret? Breaking news in a week.
That's, that's where the word, I never thought about it. That's why it's called news. New, plural, news. Not olds. Like an Oldsmobile. Not olds. And Tapper, I like how the media is acting like, boy, they had us in the dark. No. For 40 years, you guys have known how the Democrats work. You work with them, and we're supposed to believe, oh, they fooled you this time. Suck a dick. You guys are the true cancer. It's just fun to watch them not only continue to push the book in light of this difficult news, he said, Stewart, but to actually frame this difficult news as perhaps even more of a reason to buy this book, according to Stewart. Tapper, an Axios reporter, Alex Thompson, that's Tapper with no glasses on. He actually looks like a guy you could... Those glasses just say, fuck you, I'm smarter than you, and I smell onions. He's always like this. That's his face when somebody's interviewing. He looks like he's going to cry. He looks normal there. It's probably his life partner. Tapper and Alex Thompson wrote the book Original Sin, President Biden's Decline, Its Cover-Up. Again, like they're so removed from it. And his disastrous choice to run again.
What are we doing?
Oh, you're going to run
What's
again.
What's going on right now?
Now get out there. I gave Gutfeld, now I can say it because he used it last night. I got a lot of shit on last night. Good ones. I said the media had he was President Biden, the media had their head so far up his ass, I'm surprised they didn't find the tumor. Only I said it was Biden's head up his own ass, John, and Gutfeld turned it, actually made it better, I think. Anyways, and what was the other thing I did it, I said the way they treated Biden, the way his wife treated him and the Democrat Party, because they knew he was gone. I said they treated him the same way Colonel Tom Parker treated Elvis. Just gave him a ton of prescription meds, pushed him towards the lights and the cameras. He played him. That's what I love about Gutfeld. When I write something that I know is good, he'll use it. He loves a good analogy or whatever. He played a montage of Tapper, Jon Stewart did, plugging the book in 8 separate CNN appearances before questioning the ethics of holding back information for commercial purposes. We see right through you, Jake. And I don't hold it against you that you're making money on a book and shit. And there's a lot worse guys than him. I mean, he's one of the fucking CNN. I don't know how you work them. You guys realize he was on Fox News, right? He started at Fox News. And there was another woman, the blonde, who I actually met a few times when I was in the Fox building. what the fuck was her name? Kristen something. Anyways, she went to see it. And a couple other fought. And you go, so let me ask you something. That's like going, yeah, I fucking love the Yankees. And then a year later, I love this. I'm playing for this. You're not. Will the real Jake Tapper please stand up? You can't believe both things. Do you? I'm sure you got a better offer from CNN. It's fucking weird. I don't trust you. Let's move on to a guy everybody trusted. Segway. I'm going to have a little button I hit. Segway. George Wendt. Bye-bye. Everybody, you like that one? George Wendt, the guy that played Norm on Cheers, who is a lovable character. Ted Danson is raising a glass. As you know, George Wendt passed away yesterday or the day before, or whatever. Ted Danson is raising a glass to the one and only George Wendt. Hours after news of Wendt's death at age 76 broke, the man on the inside, here we go, where they refer to the people in the article by their move. I got to write a bit about it. I want him to interview, the Deep Throat star said, death at 70, the man on the inside, that would be Ted Danson. It's a show apparently he's on that I wouldn't watch. Boy, did he, when you're a liberal, when you're a fucking, like a big lib, man, they say, he's a star, he's huge, we have to use Martin Sheen. You like royalty, they won't let your career die. He's 77, dancing already. Shared a heartfelt sentiment for his fallen co-star. What he said when they asked him about it, he said,
He's gone, and we couldn't do nothing about it.
Stopped his drinking. I am devastated, Ted said, to hear that Georgie is no longer with us. A rep for Danson shared with the Post. I am sending all my love to Bernadette and the children. Bernadette Peters? No. Every time I hear Bernadette, I think of Bernadette Peters. Remember her, folks? Big tits, tiny mouth. I just thought of a scene from The Sopranos when Christopher and this other mook got a couple of Russian whores to celebrate a heist they made. They were actually setting up to kill this mafia guy. And the Russian whore walks away, and this guy's a fat slob. He goes, big tits, little feet, a hit in any man's league. Anyways, come on, folks. It's the greatest show ever. It is going to take me a long time to get used to this. I love you, Georgie, Danson said. Rhea Perlman, who played cocktail waitress Carla Tortelli, and the guy that played her ex-husband is one of the funniest motherfucking characters ever, how he treated her and talked. Yeah, it's all right to do a stereotypical Italian husband. That's fine. She played Carla Tortelli on the show. She addressed George's passing. George Wendt was the sweetest, kindest man I ever met. It was impossible not to like him. As Carla, she said, I was often standing next to him, as Norm always took the same seat at the end of the bar, which made it easy to grab him and beat the crap out of him at least once a week. I loved doing it, and he loved pretending it didn't hurt. I don't know what she means. If she's meaning the lines of the show, or she actually slapped him around. What a guy. I'll miss him more than words can say. Yeah, when's the last time you talked to him? I love this shit. This is when Howard Stern was great. When Howard Stern was great, he'd have people on like this, and that if they'd say something like that, they'd go, really? He'd go, really? When's the last time you talked? You guys are all full of shit. That's when he was fucking, normal. Thank you. Anyway, so a little tribute to Norm from Cheers. We thought would run a few of his best lines. And there's a guy right there. If you guys aren't familiar with the show, and I'm telling you, if you're young people, go back and watch it. The writing is as timeless and fucking great. This guy died about season two. He was only in it for like a season or two. This guy, Nicholas something, I forget his last name. He played coach, kind of a dumb ex-baseball coach behind the bar. He had the funniest fucking lines ever. And then he passed away. That sucked. And then they brought in the broads, who are great too. Kirstie Alley, and everybody. Check out, here's some of Norm's lines when he used to come into the bar.
Mommy, could this be Vera?
That was a lot of expensive surgery, maybe.
What's up, Norm?
Everything that's supposed to be.
Hey, Normie, what would you like?
I don't know, you got anything pale and cold?
Yeah, but it's Diane's day off.
What would you say to a beer, Normie?
Daddy loves you.
A little early for a beer, isn't it?
So float a cornflake in it.
What do you say to a beer, Normie?
Hi, sailor. New in town?
I'm in.
Still pouring, Norm?
That's funny. I was about to ask you the same thing.
What can I do for you, Mr. Peterson?
Dallas.
Elope with my wife. What do you think?
Hey, what's happening, Norm?
Well, it's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
How's life in the fast lane, Normie?
That beats me. I can't find the on-ramp.
What's going down, Mr. Peterson?
My cheeks on this bar stool.
He was the best guy around.
Oh, it's so well written. That show is so. Only problem I had with it, folks, I can't hear myself. Only problem I had with it, nobody had a Boston accent.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? When somebody would do a cameo, some guy that you didn't know, a character actor, they'd and then they'd do a Ted Kennedy or a John Kennedy, but some of them are supposed to be from Boston. Nobody ever brought that up. That's how good it was and how funny it was. Even Boston people didn't give a shit. Anyways, George, rest in peace up there or down there. I don't know where. You're a good guy. The Bulls. Oh, he did that on SNL, remember? Let's move on. This is an interesting story. I like it when people have problems in life. And this woman, God damn it. Let me do the read first. I'm a little early with it, but does it really matter? I don't even know how it works. Hey, boys and girls, I was going to read a date I already did. Let me cross that out. If you want to support this show, and by the way, when I'm on the road and I go, who listens? More than half. Sometimes it's the whole room. It really surprises me. If you want to support this show, and people fucking like it, I think it's hit a different stride lately. Go to nickdip.com. We have a merchandise page, like most comics do that have a podcast, and all kinds of stuff. Hats, baseball caps, trucker hats, mugs, vibrators, hockey sticks, rubber tits, fake vomit, and dog shit. Nick DiPaolo dog, the rubber dog shit. So buy something, support the show at nickdip.com. You guys can watch full episodes of my show and Louder with Crowder and all exclusive Rumble content, premium content, I should say, ad-free with one subscription. So join Rumble Premium by clicking the link in the description below. You'll be glad you did. Rumble has, like I said, Rumble Premium is setting up with, they got a bunch of guys that have killer shows on the internet, like Crowder, who's a heavy hitter, big followings, and they sort of they treat it like a news network, 9 o'clock, followed by 10 o'clock, then Crowder's at 11 a.m., I believe. 11 a.m. Eastern, I believe. Yeah, and they just, one show bleeds into the other, and they're all really good, funny. Some of them are hard news, some of them, but they're always entertaining because it's a podcast, and you can say anything you want on Rumble, and I'm the only one that takes advantage of that. And you know how I'm rewarded for that? They won't put me on that lineup. They didn't totally. I went, look, I'll be more comfortable. I don't need that fucking. Let me say the word C and J, P, Q, X. It's fun. It's my favorite thing in life. Grow up. Fuck off. What?
Hi. Good night, everybody.